What's good, South Jersey? How you doing? It's your friendly neighborhood Isaiah here, your friendly South Jerseyan. These days, I'm much more aware of what goes in to these gates, my ear gates and my eye gates. Are you aware of it? What I mean by being aware of what's going on with my ears and my eyes, I'm picky about what I watch on TV and what I listen to when I'm listening to music. There are people that are pretty sensitive to music and pretty sensitive to media, what comes on their TV screens and what they view with their eyes, what they consume with their eyes. Just recently, I was watching Breaking Bad. One of my favorite characters died. I decided to let my roommate show me Breaking Bad since I never watched it before, and I'm on the final season, and maybe the second to last episode, one of my favorite characters died, and it was traumatic for me. It was too much what was going on in that episode, and it affected me. It affected me to the point where I couldn't even, that's all I was thinking about. And just keep in mind when you're watching or listening to things that keep in mind when you're watching these things or listening to these things that you love and that you really depend on sometimes to get you through your day, that just when you hit pause or power off, that it doesn't stop there because it plays on, or the stop button didn't stop internally. Now, that's not for everybody too, because some people are wired a little bit differently. Some people aren't as sensitive as I am. But I realize that I'm pretty sensitive because of how I am. I pick up on things fast through the eyes and through the ears. You know, if you ever want to listen to Stephanie Ike Okafor's book, the new book that she came out with about dreams, she shares a story about how her and her husband, they watched something that they felt that the Holy Spirit was telling them to not watch, but they watched it anyway. And after the program or the show was over, they went to sleep, and it was a doorway for them to have a nightmare. Both of them, not just one person, both of them. And it was prompted and kicked off by what they were watching. And I'm not saying that you guys are gonna have nightmares based on what you're watching or what you're listening to, but remember that it's possible. And it's also, music has a powerful link to your soul. So does movies. So that it can get into your mind. You don't even have to be thinking about it, but it can be just there subconsciously. You ever find yourself humming a song and you weren't even thinking about it? You weren't in any environment that made you think about it, but it's still there. That's how powerful media can be, a song or a movie. So what am I saying at the end of the day and at the beginning? Be careful, that's all. I'm not saying don't watch X, don't watch Y, don't watch Z. I'm not saying, ooh, stay away from that movie, it's demonic. Or, I'm not saying that. Even though some are. Even though some movies are just wild and don't really need to be out there. Same with some shows and same with some music that's out there. But y'all already know that. But the point is, just be careful. Because you don't want to be tore up in your mind or tore up in your heart or in your soul just off watching some dumb movie or listening to some dumb music that you just happen to be breezing past. So just be careful. Just be careful. Because you're precious, and there's enough distractions out in this world. You don't really need to add on to your plate of distraction. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of what you're allowing into yourself. A lot of the things that we watch pours into how we think and how we act and how we interpret things in real time. Am I making any sense? Am I getting through to you? Am I reaching you? Do you see my point is what I'm saying? Prime example, on next Friday, Uncle Elroy, after he was talking to Craig, he was like, "You feel me knocking? Well, let me in. I'm your Uncle Elroy." Okay, I'm done. I'm not Uncle Elroy. I'm just trying to make a point, and I hope you get it. Well, until next time, see ya. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Later.